So anyway, some great reviews.
Yeah.
Now we have other things to talk about. This is that segment where we talk about random shit.
Random.
So Justin, why don't you start us off? Well, give me some random shit.
Well, as you all know, football started. Oh, wait. You mean about metal?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd prefer it be about metal, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, metal, it's, it's a lot harder than you think.
Yep.
It's not like brass. No, I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing bass.
You sure dropped it.
Well, we heard some big news about Def Croc.
Oh, Def Croc.
Yeah.
Isn't that the all-Asian cover band?
Yeah. Excuse me, Death Clock.
Death Clock, yes.
They just released their first single for the new album, right?
They did. It's on the Williams Street Records SoundCloud page. SoundCloud seems to be a big thing now, by the way. Side note there. But the song, what's the song called?
I Ejaculate Fire, I think.
Ouch.
Right?
Man, that really sounds like it hurts.
Yeah.
But you guys should check it out. We actually have it streaming on our site here. You can check that out there. And as I said when we were listening to it a little while ago, that I think it's great that the first lyric is I ejaculate fire.
Yeah.
So
they're pretty to the point there with that.
Yeah, so it's awesome. I mean, it's definitely. I'm trying to remember what episode this song comes from.
Yeah, because I remember hearing
right in the opening guitars. You go, oh, that was in an episode.
Yeah.
But definitely check that out, and along with that, the new album comes out October 16th. Can you believe we're only 4 weeks away from
that's
new
crazy.
Death Croc?
I can't even imagine that they're done yet with it.
Yeah, but I guess it's done. The track listing has been made available, which I think is going to be pretty awesome. Let's take a look here at the track listing for the Death Album 3.
Okay.
Which Death Album 3. It could be a worse name, I suppose. But October 16th through William Street Records. Let's look at the track list here.
Okay.
I Ejaculate Fire.
Yep.
Crush the Industry. Andromeda. The Galaxy. Starved. Kill Stardo Abominate. Ghost Queen. Impeach God. Biological Warfare. Sky Hunter. The Hammer. And Rejoin. Now, Rejoin, I remember that song from one of the later episodes of this past season. Because I remember him chanting Rejoin over and over again.
Yeah. See, it's cool that you can get little pieces from the actual seasons.
Yes.
Of the show. Even though they may change some things. Like Mermaider was a little different when you first heard Mermaider. It was just him screaming.
Mermaider. And it was a lot faster, yeah.
But they actually, put it into a solid song. But what did you think about the vocals?
They're a little different. Now, I'm anxious to hear it, on
as a whole.
I'm listening. We listen to it on laptop speakers, which are not exactly made for the level of brutality that Death Clock puts out. So I'm definitely anxious to hear it on like a full stereo and hear what it sounds like. I think a lot of the bass element of the vocal was missing.
Right.
But it definitely sounds closer to Death Album 2 than Death Album 1.
Yeah.
There were parts in the song when you listen to it that the drumming is almost black metal drumming, like really fast snares and very interesting.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear this Kill Stardo Abominate because I don't know what the fuck that is, but yeah.
I'm just worried that the vocals are gonna stray away from Nathan.
Yeah, well maybe it seems to be a progressive change from Death Album 1 to Death Album 2. Wasn't like they're not completely different, but it's different enough to notice, and maybe this will be the next step. I don't know. I'm not going to cry over it.
Yeah.
Because I like the vocals on Death Album 2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I definitely they grew on me really fast. They were just they were not the original vocals.
Oh man, and you know what I just saw as we're talking here? They released a video for I Ejaculate Fire.
Oh shit.
Which is apparently not safe for work. So I'm going to go ahead and post that one too for you guys to look at.
All right.
Wow. I'll have to look at that later. As we speak,
not
this happens.
Safe
Not
work?
safe for work. NSFW. Not safe for work, motherfucker.
I think you just added.
Now, Justin, we were very disappointed
Yeah.
when Lamb of God frontman Randy Blythe was in jail and they canceled the tour with Deathclock and Gojira. And then 2 days later, he got out of jail. And then right after that, they announced a tour with somebody shitty. I don't remember who that was.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But anyway, we're reading here, according to the PRP, that is Pimp Rock Palace for those who don't know, Deathclock is planning a tour. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we were excited to hear that they're gonna re-tour now that after they canceled everything, but the lineup is a little odd, huh?
Yeah, and I'm a little confused at the order here, but it seems to be Deathclock with Machine Head.
Okay.
I'm not totally, baffled by that. I think that's okay.
Mhm.
And All That Remains and the Black Dahlia Murder.
Yeah, that's a real stretch there.
And all it says is that Machine Head and All That Remains will be alternating direct support. So that could go either one of two ways. Either that means Deathclock is headlining, and on alternating nights, Machine Head or Machine Head and All That Remains are headlining, and they're alternating headlining slots.
I'm hoping it's the second one.
Yeah, because I'll just show up really late.
Yeah.
Deathclock goes on at 10. I'll get there at 9:50.
I mean, at least if it's like we get it on a night where it's Machine Head and not All That Remains, then that means All That Remains won't even be there.
No, they'll be there.
You're just saying the order of
the order will be different.
Oh, okay.
So if it's a night where, let's say, where Deathclock headlines and Machine Head is direct support, then Black Dahlia Murder will open, then All That Remains, in which case we'll get there just in time to miss All That Remains.
See, that makes me think then that it's headlining, because it wouldn't matter. I feel like they wouldn't have to announce that if it was the non-headliners.
True.
No one cares about
the
order they play.
Well, I'll have to wait for some. And this hasn't been officially announced.
Yeah.
So,
that's shitty. Yeah, who knows? Maybe there's some false information there.
Yeah. I mean, coming from the PRP, I give Wookubus all the credit in the world. He doesn't seem to be wrong very often.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure he has connections, so I guess we'll see what happens. Now, speaking of tours, Justin, we're excited for another show.
Yeah.
What show is that?
Epica is touring with Insomnium.
Insomnium?
Who we've never seen.
Never seen.
Never seen either of them, actually.
Very excited for that.
Yep.
That's gonna be an awesome show. I don't know who I'm more excited for. I mean, Epica's gonna be awesome, but Insomnium.
I'm also looking at rumors here that they're gonna be. No, this is definite. That they're gonna be with Ailstorm.
Yep, Ailstorm
And System Divide.
Now System Divide,
who we saw.
Now, Justin. Now, I don't want you to. Now, wait a second. 1 second here, Justin. When we saw System Divide, you actually kind of liked them.
I liked her.
Yes, you liked her,
and I felt that she needs to be in a better band. She does not belong in that band.
I do remember you saying that. Now, as I recall, did you buy their album?
Yeah.
I feel like you bought it from them at their booth
because she was there.
She was there, and you wanted
to meet her.
Yeah, you wanted to meet her.
I got to meet and greet her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Screwed about that beat up.
She doesn't even live here.
That doesn't make sense.
Sorry. But so after the meet and greet and the
meeting and the greeting and the Bill Cosby and when all that was done.
Yeah. Do you remember who they were with? I don't even remember who they were with that night.
Well, it was at.
They were like.
It was at Gramercy.
Yeah.
Maybe it was when we
was
saw.
It L80? I feel like I just saw an old sign.
It might have been
logo that when they toured with.
Either way, we were sitting in the seats for System Divide. I remember that.
Yep.
But
she did have a good voice though.
Yeah, but the music was so shitty and generic.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. I think she has potential on her own.
I agree with that.
With me,
with you.
If she came and sang for me, you know what I mean.
For those of you who can't see, Justin is making air quotes.
She sang for me. But yeah, I mean, obviously we are super excited for Epica and Insomnium. Insomnium, I never thought that we'd see. I don't even know. I can't remember the last time I heard that they were in America.
Me neither.
But I mean, I know Epica's been around. and we just missed them. Ailstorm, we never seen, and we like Ailstorm.
Yep. I mean, I thought their last album was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think that'll be
It'll be
a fun experience. Yeah.
I think that's a really weird combination of bands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, just having like Epica and Insomnium is a really weird both sides of the coin thing, and then you throw in Ailstorm, and it's like, who was on crack when they put this tour together? But anyway, so that's another good one.
They're gonna be here in October, the end of October, and
we will be there.
Yeah,
we will be there with bells on.
Yep. We have a couple friends that are going to be there.
Yep, we'll be sharing a train ride. It's going to be a good train ride.
Yep.
Woo!
We'll all together.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to Epica. It's their new album was amazing. I love all their albums.
And you like Simone Simons.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say something about that, but you didn't.
Very excited to see her.
Very excited.
We'll have to try to get VIP there, Daryl, so we can meet and greet her. So we can meet and greet her.
I don't understand.
Like shake hands, wave, take a picture. Yeah. But we'll see if we can get that. Silly us, we forgot there is one other band that's going to be with them, and that band is called Destiny Potato.
Right, Destiny Potato. Now, the funny thing about Destiny Potato, I don't know anything about the band, but I do know they're from Serbia. Because in our recent interview with Sinofia, I had asked their guitarist Stefan about what it's like in the Serbian metal scene, and he said that Destiny Potato just got a deal with Century Media Records, and now they're like the biggest thing to ever make it out of Serbia.
What was this?
They're rising. It was the Dark Knight Rising.
They're the biggest thing.
They're the biggest thing. I'm raising the roof. So I'm interested to see them.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Apparently.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe that'll be one of our next favorite bands.
Remind me to dress nice for
yes.
System Divide. After they get off the stage.
Fix your shirt.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, I'm Justin from Sorrow Eternal. You may have heard of us.
I don't know if you ever heard of our site.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, kind of a big deal.
As you grab your crotch.
Yeah.
It'll work.
Yeah.
I'm positive. If anybody has any tips for Justin on bagging the girl from System Divide, please feel free to let us know.
Yeah, shoot us a message. Help me out here, guys.
We should start a poll on our site. Will Justin get the girl from System Divide? And then the following poll, will his girlfriend kill him afterwards?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's some good random shit.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy shit going on.
A lot of information for you guys to take in. So.
And I do suggest one last note that you guys see if you can get yourself a copy of that special edition of the new Catatonia album, because it's finally got mine. 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, and apparently it was only limited to 2,000 copies. So I suggest that if you go on their site and check it out, it's got a huge booklet with it with all the. It's like a hardcover book. It's a 2-disc vinyl, a CD, DVD of the album. The DVD has the 5.1 stereo mix on it and everything, and it's got all the lyric sheets and a lot of the great artwork, which we've always been a fan of their artwork.
Oh yeah.
So it's got great artwork that kind of ties in with the album cover. So I suggest checking that out at least and looking at it and loving it and touching it. And
okay.
Destiny Potato.
Destiny Potato.
I can count to potato.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me. I said I can count to potato.
Oh.
Justin, my favorite color is ham. What don't you get?
I don't get it.
Figures.
You just call me the N-word?